Hey guys, today I will be doing What If Goku Landed in MHA Part 3. So, let's begin. Once Class 1 AM get off the bus near the training camp, they are introduced to the wild pussycats, who will be helping them train. Shortly after, they are all sent tumbling down the cliffside, with Goku catching all those around him and flying to the ground to make sure no one was injured. Seeing that they have to run the whole way, Goku decides not to fly, because that is probably not the point of the training exercise, so he stays and fights through the forest with the rest of the class. Eventually they all arrive at the real training camp location, 15 minutes earlier than usual, with both Deku and Goku asking about the child, but when they try to greet him, he punches Deku in his family jewels, and tries the same with Goku, but Goku easily dodges, and helps a crippled Deku to walk away. At dinner, Goku had so much food that everyone else practically had none, causing the wild pussycats to work extra hard to make more. The next day at 5 in the morning, Eraserhead explains the training to the students, tossing a ball to Goku, to explain his point, with Goku throwing the ball 4 kilometers, 1 kilometer more than at the start of the year, with Aizawa face palming realizing it was a bad example, then throwing the ball to Deku proving his point that their technique is better, but they have not gained much strength, so that's what they will be working on. When Aizawa tells the class what to work on individually, he tells Goku that he wants him to increase his strength, flying speed, and how much energy he can fire out. Aizawa then remembers the transformation Goku used at the USJ, telling Goku to also try to gain access to the transformation he used at the USJ, by emulating the emotions he felt when transforming. Making Goku laugh, saying that that sounds like a lot more than what the rest of the class has to do, but accepts the challenge, but telling Aizawa that he would like to be secluded in his training as he will lose his mind trying to transform again, and does not want to hurt anyone in the process. Later in the day, when Class 1B arrive, Tiger asks for a power-type student to fight him to demonstrate his skills, with Goku accepting, easily punching him into a tree, telling him that his moves are too predictable and that he is unguarded in many vital areas. This shocks the teachers, and Class 1B as they expected the students to be learning, not the teachers. After hours of vigorous physical training, Goku decides that it is time to try to train for his transformation, so he flies miles deep into the forest. Goku then has a flashback of him talking to Hatsune, requesting a device in his costume which will emulate the effects of the full moon, with her creating the Blood's Wave machine, incorporating it into a small device Goku wears on his tail. Goku starts meditating, then activating the Blood's Wave machine, setting it to a 1-minute timer. Suddenly Goku starts to grow, with the shirt of his GI ripping, as he starts to feel like he is losing his mind, but tries to fight it, but does not succeed, starting to rampage in the forest. Despite Goku being miles away from the rest of the training camp, they all see a giant monkey in the distance, throwing trees and rocks, sending shock waves in every direction. Seeing this, the class remember what Goku told them after their internships, fearing that Goku has lost control again. They all rush over there to try to help Goku gain control, but Aizawa stops them, saying that Goku is safe, as he will only be transformed for another 45 seconds. With Deku commenting that Goku's power in that state is equal to 300% of All Might's, meaning that it would probably take every hero in the world to take him down. After a while Goku detransforms and crawls out of a crater, exhausted but with no damage physically, then returning to meditating, and repeating the process. By the end of the night, Goku can hold of losing his mind, for 20 seconds before rampaging. By dinner time, Goku is ready to eat a whole dinosaur, but finds that there is no food prepared, with the teachers telling them that they must make it themselves. With Tenya seeing it as survival training, inspiring the others to work hard, especially Goku, who went into overtime as he was practically starving. Once they had finally made the food, Goku nearly devoured 29 plates, until Deku stopped him, telling him to leave some food for the rest of them, then taking a plate to give to Kota, who he had seen walk away. Then telling him his story, well, the story of his quirkless friend, but Kota wanted none of it, so told him to get lost. Unknown to them, in the distance villains emerge from the darkness, observing the students, waiting for them to be exhausted, so they can strike. The next day, Goku climbs an extremely tall mountain, kind of like his training at Karin's tower, increasing his power level to 86, due to a lot of Zenkais from falling off and getting struck by lightning, increasing his reaction speed. Goku also trains to concentrate his Ki blasts, developing the Kamehameha wave, but right now it is very draining to use. Later that day, when the rest of the class do the test of courage, Goku is once again training his great ape form, being able to now recognize people for a minute before losing his mind, but does not complain as it is exceptional progress. Suddenly the forest erupts into azure flames and purple gas spreads throughout the forest, knocking anyone in its vicinity out. Seeing this, Goku rushes back to the camp to try to help the others, but is attacked by a copy of Nomu with chainsaw hands courtesy of Twice Squirk, which Goku easily dispatches, turning him into mush. But every time he defeated one, two more appeared, making Goku was really exhausted, forcing him to retreat by flying through the air, but is shot out the air by a copy of Dabi, causing him to crash into the ground. But due to exhaustion, injuries and wearing his weighted training clothes, he is eventually overwhelmed and is forced onto the back foot. Meanwhile Deku fights Muscular, who reveals that the League wants Goku, enraging Deku, who uses a 100% smash on Muscular, sending him flying into the cliff, but still not enough to beat him, forcing Deku to use a 1,000,000% smash, defeating him. Then running to Aizawa to inform him of the villain's goals, telling him that the villains want Goku for some reason and that the villain he just beat started to laugh and told him that they managed to subdue him and are going to escape soon. Aizawa has a panicked face as Deku runs away to try to save his brother, but when he gets to Mr. Compress, he sees 3 marbles and jumps to grab them before they go through the portal, managing to grab 2. With Bakugo and Tokoyami popping out as the villains escape with Goku. Seeing this, Bakugo is extremely angry and feels a lot of survivor's guilt as he was tricked but managed to escape while Goku wasn't as fortunate, vowing that he will rescue Goku. Deku then falls to the ground unconscious, with Bakugo and Tokoyami carrying him to the teachers, informing them of what just transpired. Hearing this, Aizawa slams his fists into the ground, blaming himself for Goku's capture, as he secretly didn't trust Goku, due to his many quirks, fearing that he was the UA traitor, but it seems he was wrong and it costed him a hard-working student. In the villain's base, Goku finally opens his eyes to find he is in a bar, tied to a chair by metal plates and many carbon fiber ropes, then seeing the whole league of villains, with Shigaraki welcoming Goku saying long time no see monkey. Okay guys, this is where I am going to be ending this video. I hoped I would be able to do the Kamino battle in this part, but that just means I can go into more depth in the next part. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, as it helps a lot. With that being said, this is Demonic Saiyan signing out. Peace.